Manchester United ready to spend £80 million on West Ham star Matheus Fernandes in major summer transfer. Push Manchester United are once again preparing for a huge summer transfer window as the club looks determined to rebuild the squad and return to the top of English football. After another difficult season filled with inconsistency, injuries and disappointing results, the Red Devils are now focused on bringing in players capable of transforming the team immediately. One player who has suddenly emerged as the club's #1 priority is Matheus Fernandes, the talented West Ham midfielder who has impressed many people with his performances in the Premier League. Reports coming from sources close to Old Trafford suggest that Manchester United are willing to spend as much as £80 million to secure the Brazilian star during the summer transfer window. Sir Jim Ratcliffe and new manager Michael Carrick are believed to be huge admirers of the player and see him as one of the most important additions needed to rebuild the club. The Manchester United hierarchy reportedly believes that Fernandes has all the qualities required to become one of the best midfielders in the Premier League. His technical ability, passing range, creativity, composure under pressure and defensive work rate have made him one of the standout performers for West Ham United this season. Inside the club, there is growing confidence that Fernandes could become the centrepiece of Manchester United's new project under Michael Carrick. The former United midfielder wants to build a team capable of dominating possession, controlling games from midfield and attacking with more intelligence and speed. Fernandes is viewed as the perfect player to help make that vision a reality. Manchester United scouts have reportedly followed Fernandes for several months. Club officials are said to have watched him multiple times during the season, and every report that returned to Old Trafford was overwhelmingly positive. His ability to dictate the tempo of matches, create chances, and remain calm under pressure has convinced the recruitment department that he is worth the massive investment. West Ham, however, are not interested in losing one of their most valuable players easily. The London club considers Fernandes a vital part of their long-term plans and would prefer to keep him beyond this summer. But Manchester United are preparing a financial package that could be too difficult for West Ham to reject. Sources close to the negotiations suggest that United are ready to begin discussions with an opening proposal close to £80 million. The deal could also include performance-related bonuses and additional clauses designed to persuade West Ham into accepting the offer quickly. For Jim Ratcliffe, this transfer could become one of the defining moments of the new era at Manchester United. Since taking greater control over football operations, Ratcliffe has promised supporters that the club will begin making smarter decisions in the transfer market. Instead of signing players based purely on commercial appeal, the focus is now believed to be on recruiting footballers who fit the tactical vision of the manager and can improve the squad immediately. Michael Carrick is also said to be personally involved in the pursuit of Fernandes. The United boss reportedly views the Brazilian as a player capable of transforming the midfield and bringing balance to the entire team. Carrick knows exactly what qualities are needed to succeed in midfield at Old Trafford because he experienced it himself during his playing career. According to insiders, Carrick believes Fernandes possesses intelligence, vision, discipline, and leadership qualities that cannot easily be taught. Even though the player is still relatively young, there is a belief that he has the mentality required to handle the pressure of playing for one of the biggest clubs in world football. Manchester United supporters have already started discussing the possible transfer heavily across social media. Many fans believe Fernandes could become the type of midfielder the club has been missing for years. Some supporters have compared his style to modern elite midfielders, capable of controlling games both defensively and offensively. Others believe his arrival would significantly improve players around him. Manchester United struggled at times this season because the midfield lacked consistency and creativity. Fernandes' arrival could help solve many of those problems immediately. At West Ham, there is naturally concern about the growing interest from Old Trafford. Losing a player of Fernandes' quality would represent a major setback for the club, especially considering how important he has become to the squad. The coaching staff reportedly hopes the player will reject any advances and continue his development in London. However, the attraction of joining Manchester United could prove difficult to resist. Despite their recent struggles, United remain one of the biggest football clubs in the world. The opportunity to play at Old Trafford, compete for trophies and become part of a major rebuilding project could strongly appeal to Fernandes. People close to the player suggest he is flattered by the interest from Manchester United. While Fernandes remains focused on his current responsibilities at West Ham, sources indicate he would be excited by the possibility of working under Michael Carrick and becoming part of United's future. The Brazilian midfielder has developed rapidly over recent seasons. His performances have attracted attention not only from Manchester United, but also from several other top European clubs. However, United are believed to be leading the race at the moment because of the strong interest shown by both Ratcliffe and Carrick. Financially, Manchester United are ready to back their manager heavily this summer. Club executives understand that major improvements are needed if the team hopes to challenge rivals like Manchester City, Arsenal and Liverpool again. The recruitment department has reportedly identified midfield as one of the most urgent areas needing reinforcement. Fernandes fits the exact profile the club has been searching for: young, technically gifted, physically strong, tactically intelligent and already experienced in the Premier League. One major factor that could help Manchester United complete the deal is the relationship between the players' representatives and the club. Early discussions are believed to have been positive, with United making it clear that Fernandes would play a central role in the project moving forward. There is also belief inside Old Trafford that the Brazilian would adapt quickly to Carrick's tactical ideas. The manager wants his midfielders to remain calm in possession, move the ball quickly and contribute both defensively and offensively. Fernandes' versatility makes him an ideal candidate for that system. Former players and football analysts have also praised Fernandes heavily in recent months. Many believe he has the potential to become one of the best midfielders in Europe if he continues developing at his current rate. His performances against top Premier League opponents have especially impressed scouts. At Manchester United, the pressure to succeed next season will be enormous. Fans expect immediate improvement after several disappointing campaigns. That is why the club appears ready to spend huge money on players they believe can make a real difference instantly. An £80 million move for Fernandes would send a strong message to the rest of Europe that Manchester United are serious about returning to the top. It would also demonstrate the ambition of Jim Ratcliffe's new leadership structure. Some reports suggest negotiations could accelerate very quickly once the transfer window officially opens. United do not want a long transfer saga and would prefer to complete major deals early, so Michael Carrick can work with his new squad during pre-season preparations. West Ham are expected to fight hard to keep the player, but Manchester United's financial power and sporting project may eventually prove decisive. If Fernandes pushes for the move personally, the London club could ultimately be forced into negotiations. For now, supporters of both clubs are waiting anxiously to see how the situation develops over the coming weeks. One thing appears increasingly clear: Manchester United view Matheus Fernandes as one of the most important targets of the summer. If the transfer eventually happens, it could become one of the biggest Premier League deals of the year and potentially mark the beginning of a new era at Old Trafford under Michael Carrick and Jim Ratcliffe.